Hello, everyone. It's the Maritime Wrestling Superfan Connor Cook from the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast. And this is a another interview for the interview series. I'm interviewing none other than one half of Ace Dynasty, the One Spike Estey. How are you, my man?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
Doing really good.
Good. Good to hear.
Yeah.
Happy to be
So,
here, man.
oh yeah, man. I'm happy to have you on here too, man.
Yeah, man. I feel like it's been a long time coming. I know you just had your first interview not that long ago, a couple weeks ago,
Yep.
but I've
Yep.
been looking forward to getting on and chatting with you for quite some time. Since you got your podcast started, you're killing it.
Oh yeah, I've been killing it a
Yeah,
lot though.
friggin' right.
Yeah, freaking right though. You know. Alrighty. So as always, were you a wrestling fan growing up?
Was I wrestling? Oh yeah. I've been a wrestling fan since I was, I don't know, 8, 9, 10, something along those lines. I fell in love with it when I was across the road at my buddy's house when I was a kid, and I think his dad had it on. And the first thing that I remember seeing was The Rock cutting a backstage promo on one of the guys or what, I don't know, Michael Cole or I don't know, whoever they had at the time. And yeah, I was just like, whoa, what is this? This isn't like anything I've ever seen before. And yeah, so then I became addicted to it right away. And uh, yeah, I've been a fan ever since, man.
Mm. Yeah. Who? What is your earliest memory of wrestling?
Well, that kind of ties in with my answer with which was that being The Rock when I first saw him um uh doing a backstage promo because I think I had heard of wrestling, but I didn't really watch it. But
Mm.
then you go and you see a guy like The Rock back in the 99, whatever year it was, 2000, and
Right.
he was on another level. And just the charisma he had, the way he talked and stuff, it just
Mm.
uh it caught my attention, man. And then other than that, uh I remember, I don't know why I remember it, but I remember watching the 2001 Royal Rumble over at the same guy's house. This was a little bit after I was really into it, and I just I don't know. I remember watching that. I remember uh getting really excited every time the Hardy Boys came out.
Mm.
I love those guys. So I idolize those guys. And yeah, so I'd say the earliest memory would be The Rock doing a backstage promo, a funny backstage promo, probably ripping the interviewer apart, just doing his thing, his whole shtick at the time. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, what made you want to become a wrestler?
Well, uh what made me well, it's funny, like it's one of those things that when I was a kid and I watched it, like most kids do, they play around with their friends or their brother or whatever, and they mess around and pretend to wrestle or backyard wrestling or on the trampoline, whatever, playing with the wrestling figures and
Mm.
stuff. But it wasn't like really realistic for me. I didn't think anything of it because it's just one of those far-fetched dreams that you just, as a kid, you just have and never really think much of it. But um, and then as an adult, fast forward to a couple years back, like it was something that I um didn't know was around as much as it is, like the maritime wrestling scene. I wasn't really aware of it. And I got into a good place in my life and I just needed uh I wanted something that I loved and something that gave me purpose, because I did the grind, the 9 to 5 grind for I don't know how many years and stuff. And that's the way, that's the way it is. But I was missing something. Now, there's a piece of me that was missing. So when I discovered it was CCW, I went to my first CCW show. I was like, man, why wouldn't I try it? I know I have a heart condition and I know there's
Mm.
I'm not the biggest guy in the world. There's maybe things that should um detract me from like doing it, but I was like, no, there was something I was like, it's something I've always loved. Let's give it a shot. And if it's not for me, it's not for me. And then I inquired and I think it was like 3 days later I was in training and I stuck it out, through good and bad, and here I am, man. So it's just something I've
Mm.
always loved, and like I'm so glad that I found it. I think everything worked out the way it was supposed to for me. Not getting into it years and years ago because I wasn't in maybe the best place in my life. Maybe maritime wrestling wasn't in the best place either. Where now like everything's booming.
Mm.
There's so many great companies out there. There's a lot of
Oh yeah.
great people to learn from. So yeah,
Mm.
man, like it was just the perfect fit, and I love it, man. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, what was the training to become a professional wrestler like? Like, you trained at the River Valley Training
Yep,
Facility there. Yeah.
yep.
What
Yeah,
was
what was it
that? How
like?
was the training like?
What's that?
Oh, what was the training like?
Uh, well, it's tough. I mean, you get the snot kicked out of you, and you know, going through the reps and taking bumps and stuff over and over again when you're, especially when you begin, like but your body's not used to doing that. Your body's not supposed to be used to doing that. It's a foreign idea that, you know, you should slam yourself on your back over and over again. It's your body's
Mm,
not built for it. So, what was it like? I mean, it was a great experience. It was a great experience. But it was a tough experience, and a lot of people probably tried it, and I've seen a few people come in and out that they gave it a shot and then they disappeared. So they maybe, you know, it wasn't for them. Maybe they couldn't handle it, whatever the reason is. Um, so it's not easy. It's not for the faint of heart, which, you
mm,
know, I say that and then I got a heart problem, but you know, like it's a passion of mine,
true.
right? But yeah, it was great though because I was a little nervous going into it. And I had said this too when I talked to the unofficial maritime wrestling guys
Mm.
that I was scared that, you know, I was going to go in and they were just going to beat the snot out of me, like line me up in the corner and just have everybody come and chop the crap out of me or whatever. It's like, man, they're just going to kill me as the new guy, right? But no, it wasn't like that. They took their time
Yeah.
with me. They were very patient. Everybody learns at a different pace. So, um, it was great. There was no like you're going too fast or you're going too slow or like, you know, it was just it was really good. The guys, everybody who trains there is super nice and really knowledgeable and know what they're doing and know what they're talking about. And
Mm.
I'm thankful getting into where I did. So but it was a lot of hard work. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's not for everybody. And I trained for 8 months, I think it was 8.5 months before I had my first match. And I mean, that was
Mm.
training 2 to 3 times a week sometimes, if not if not more at the beginning. So yeah, a lot of hard work, man, a lot of reps.
Oh yeah, taking lots of those bumps and just working hard and taking all those reps,
Yeah, man.
getting improving
That's what you
more.
got to do.
Yep, that's what you got to do,
Yeah,
anyways.
man. Yep.
So, uh, what was it like teaming up with Slick McGregor as the current tag team Ace Dynasty? Tell me how teaming up with him is like.
It's pretty cool, man. Like honestly, it wasn't something I ever thought was going to happen. I never really had envisioned me being a tag team guy. I love tag team wrestling. Like I said, I grew up idolizing the Hardy Boys, the TLC matches.
Mm.
Those are some of my favorite things ever. Teams like teams now like FTR and like I love tag team wrestling. I did, but it wasn't really something that I envisioned myself doing because I it wasn't something that I really was excited to do or anything, looked forward to doing or trying. But to be honest, um, it's been a freaking blast. Some of the best times I've had has been doing the tag team stuff with Slick. It came together organically. It wasn't a pre-planned thing. It wasn't like, yeah, well, me and Slick, we'd like to do a tag team, or yeah, yeah. It just happened. It just happened organically.
Mm.
He was doing commentary for a few shows. I'm not sure if he was hurt
Right.
or what was going on, but he was on commentary for a few shows while I was dealing with my Kerry Killam issue. And him
Yeah.
being a good guy that he is, came in and had my back when Kerry Killam decided to beat the snot out of me after a match, attacked Gerald Sharkey, our ref. And
Mm.
from there, our bond grew, and he helped me out with the Kerry Killam problem. Then LG returned from his injury. So then I ended up going on my direction, having a feud with LG, and he started going in with Kerry Killam. And then we just kind of meshed in the middle. And that's when we famously uh, dressed up as LG and Kerry
Oh
for that tag
yeah.
team match, right? That was our first time ever
Yeah.
teaming together.
Oh
And
yeah.
then only our second ever tag team match, we won the NBWA tag team titles, man. So it's like we had this chemistry right away. But
Yep.
we were still, even when we won the belts, we were still so new to being a team together. He had done tag team stuff before, being
Mm,
a veteran guy, had been around forever.
mm.
But I had when we won the belts, I had maybe two tag team matches in my life at that point in time. So when once we got rolling, though, man, like we the chemistry kept building and building and building, and we had a hell of a summer with the belts, a hell of a run, short and
Oh
sweet,
yeah.
but yeah, man, it's been awesome. Slick's an awesome guy. I couldn't ask for a better tag team partner. And he's got the cool. Look at that beard, man. Look at that. Look at that. That's an excellent beard.
Geez, yeah.
I can't do that. I wish I could, but I
Yeah.
can't get that beard, man.
Yeah, you would have to grow a lot of your beard. You would have to.
It'd take me 10 years and it still probably
Oh
wouldn't look
yeah,
as
it
cool.
would. It
Yeah.
would. Yeah. But anyways, when you were talking about your feud, so
Yeah.
tell me what your feuds with Logan Green, Kerry Killam, and Caden
Oh
in the
God.
singles match, in the singles division, I should say.
Yep.
Tell me what those feuds were like.
Oh, well. Who do I start with first? Let's start with Caden first because he was the first one. I had wrestled him back. It was my fourth or fifth match I ever had. We wrestled in Nakawik, I think it was. First time I ever wrestled him.
Uh,
I was very green at the time. And I think this was when Caden was maybe getting back into it himself. Anyway, he friggin' he pulled a quick one on me, put his feet on the ropes, whatever. I was green, I was a new guy, whatever. And then months went by, I hadn't seen him. And then just out of the blue, he came at me and talking about this was right after I had my daughter, like not even a month later, and he started talking about her and talking about my mom. Everybody seems to like to
mm,
talk about my mom. I don't know what that's about. But when you mess with my family, you're gonna have a problem. So
mhm,
anyway, what was it like dealing with Caden? Pain in my butt for one. But I will say, despite him being a thorn in my side, we had great chemistry in there, and we tore it up, especially in our match we had at New Year's Clash uh,
mm.
just this past year. If you go
Right,
back and
yeah.
watch it, man, we had like a 20-something minute match back and
Mm,
forth. Really, really proud of that match. And that was when I uh, put the soother in his mouth and put him to sleep. I don't know if you saw
mm,
that one or not, but that was one of my favorite moments.
mm,
Then we move on to Kerry Killam. Again, another pain in my butt. But he's a different animal because I mean, the size of that guy. He's a beast.
mhm,
Those double hand overhand chops, man. Like I've taken so many of those. I've
mm,
had my chest ripped open from them. Um, he put me through a lot of hell. He put me through a lot of pain. Um, but he also brought a different side out of me. A more vicious side of me that I didn't know I could get to because
mm,
I mean, like he bought my mini home park, he raised my rent, I just had a baby. He really like was messing with my life, my family's well being.
mm,
So I didn't take too kindly to that. And then you have LG coming back, and I didn't
mhm,
expect it to turn into what it turned into. It was just okay, he's back. Let's have a match. He's also aligned himself with Carrie. I was still dealing with Carrie at that time. And then it just blossomed into his friggin' obsession with my mother. And I don't know, man. Like Logan Green is, how do I say it? He likes to talk. He's a big
mhm,
talker, but when it comes to walk the walk, I don't know, man. Like he's shady guy. Like, yeah, he got the one up on me and took my mom on the date. But I mean, if you
mm,
watch that match, if we did instant replay at the moment and the ref could see, low blowed me, man, like that. Like
mm,
I had that match.
mm,
He's a slimy prick, and I cannot wait for Dan McCullough to beat the holy snot out of that guy, man.
mm. Yeah.
Oh man, it's gonna be great. I cannot wait to see him. And I've had to deal with Logan
Oh
so many
yeah.
freaking times. Even after that, I thought I was done with him, and then he comes back in with teaming with freaking Caden, ghosts of my past, those idiots, but put
Mhm.
them down. And then the six-man tag we had.
Right, yeah.
I've had to deal with Logan so many times, and I'm kind of over it, but I mean, at the same time, I do love punching him in the face. So I mean, if I guess if it ever comes down to it again, like I would love to punch him in the face again. Um, I've had a lot of crazy feuds, man, especially in the last year.
Yeah.
Like I've had a lot of crazy rivalries, and then of course now we got our crude oil problem, and I got my Matt Chevron problem, and I think it's time to end all these, man. I got freaking ladder match coming up in a week,
Yep.
dog collar match in a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's time to end all this, man. It's a new year, and I want to move on to different, bigger, and better things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So, the upcoming ladder match coming up with you taking on uh, Crude Oil for the NBWA Tag Team Championship. Tell me how you're feeling about that coming up.
I got mixed feelings because as much as I'm excited to finally get a rematch, I mean, we lost them to these guys back in September, I think it was.
Right,
Uh,
yeah.
and there must be no rematch clause in CCW because we didn't get a rematch until now, man. I mean,
Right.
but it is what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it. It is what it is. But we finally got it, man. We worked hard and we found our way back up there. I'm excited because it's an opportunity for us to get our titles back, but it's also the first time the crude oils wrestled us where they can't screw us over. There's no
Mm,
there's no
yeah.
low blows. There's no hitting me in the head with the chain and getting a quick one on the ref. The titles are hanging from the ceiling, man, and the only way to get them is to
Mhm.
climb that ladder and win. There's no screwing around. There's no funny business that they can pull in this match. So I'm
Oh,
excited. I'm excited because I feel like this is our best chance to get back on top of the tag division. But I'm also like, I can't lie and say I'm not a little nervous. It's a ladder match. I mean, I've never been in a
mhm,
ladder match. I've seen a million of them. They're some of my favorite matches, but I know
mm,
it's very high risk, high reward, and I know I could get hurt. I know
mm,
it's gonna hurt one way or another. It's it's something that I think back to being a kid, being a Hardy Boys diehard fan, idolizing those guys, the ladder matches, and now it's come full circle to me in a tag team in a ladder match. It's a really cool feeling. It's a really cool feeling.
mm,
But yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking too because it's a big match, man. It's a big match and lots of
ye-
things could go wrong and I don't know what happens if we lose. I don't know what happens if we don't win the belts because what does that mean for us? Then it's I mean that's just I feel like there's nowhere else for us to go, man. I feel like it's do or die for Ace Dynasty. So
mm.
we'll see, man. It's gonna be a good one though, man. I'm glad you're gonna be there. You don't want to
Oh,
miss it. I
yeah, it's
promise
going
you
to be a
that.
good one. It's going to be
First
a
ladder
bang for
match in first ladder match CCW history, so
Oh, yeah, definitely.
it's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy.
yeah, it's going to be crazy. But I think
Yes,
that's
sir.
probably going to be match of the night, though, to
Well,
be
I hope
honest.
so. I
Yeah.
hope so. But even if it is a great match, if we don't win, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it, man. Because it's like I
Mm,
said, it all comes down to this for Ace Dynasty. Because if we don't win them, then I mean, crude oil had the reign of terror for whatever big crazy long reign they had. I can't remember the amount of
mm,
days. And we had them for 2 months and they screwed us over and took them again. And now they've had them for I think 4 months now. And really, like if we can't get them back now, then like why keep trying? Why you know what I mean? I can't chase them forever. Maybe we disband and go our separate ways. I don't want to do that. And I
mm,
don't and I know we can beat crude oil. Like I said, fair game now, right?
mhm,
You got to climb the ladders, get the belts, but we'll see what happens, man. All I know is we're going to go out there and give it our all. And there's nothing I would love more than to be at the top of the ladder at the end of the night, holding the MBWA tag team titles, looking down at those two idiots, Scully
mm.
Crew and Chevron, and in them just looking up at the lights and looking at us with their belts and taking those stupid Alberta flag stickers that they put over the MBW or the New Brunswick flag on the
Oh,
belts, man.
yeah. Sky plates there, yeah. And also, in about a month, your upcoming match with the dog collar match against the Albertan Clipper. Matt Chevron.
Mm.
Tell me how you feel about what you're feeling about that match coming up in IPW.
Well, kind of like the ladder match, I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, because that's a very violent, brutal match. Uh, if I make it through the ladder match, I mean, first we gotta can't get too far ahead of ourselves. This could be the end of me in the ladder match. I might not even make it to the
Mm.
dog collar match. No, I'm not gonna say that I'm excited because I'm not, because I know what a dog collar match is and what it could mean, but
Mm.
I
Right.
needed this to be a dog collar match with Matt Chevron because this needed to end. This has been on that personal level for I don't know how long we've been going back and forth. 6 months maybe. And the amount of things that this guy's done to me. I mean, we're talking like, I'm dealing with him and crude oil and CCW, but all the stuff that's went on over on the island.
Mm.
I mean, back in the summer, he attacked me prior to a MBWA show. Um, and then I was supposed to wrestle him back in September or something like that. And he attacked me again. He left me concussed, so I wasn't able to compete. And then we finally met in the ring, uh, Terror in the Tap Room in October, and we had a barn
Oh.
burner of a match, barn burner of a match.
Mm.
But just like Matt Chevron does, he cheated. He grabbed the friggin' chain, a chain that
Mm.
I had it in my hand. Because I brought a chain too. If you wanted to play that way, I
Mm.
was, I was willing to show up and let him know that two can play that game. But when I had him dead to rights with the chain in my hand, I thought no, like that's not me. And I hesitated, and it bit me in the butt. But it's time we put an end to it. Then after the match, he choked me out with the chain. So he wants to use the chain so much. Well, I thought, well, let's have a dog collar match. You want to be using this chain on me so much? Let's tether each other by the throats to by a chain. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
only one
Yeah.
of us is going to walk
Yeah.
out, man. And I tell you, like, it's not that I'm excited for this match. It's not that I'm looking forward to this match because it's we're going to beat the hell out of each other. But I'm excited for this to all be over with Matt Chevron, man. It's been way too long. And I tell you right now, the two though, like that's not going to be one you're going to want to miss. I can promise you
Mm.
that. Because as much as I hate Matt Chevron, I'll not take away that the guy's an amazing wrestler. That guy could wrestle with a freaking broomstick, and it would be a good match. Like
Mm.
he's an amazing talent. He's just an idiot. He's just an idiot. Like, I mean, did you did you listen to his interview we just did with the unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast
Yep.
people?
I did.
Okay,
I
half
heard
the
it.
time he spent 3 minutes talking about wrestling. The rest of the time he talked about ketchup and friggin' flat Earth and Sasquatch. And he's insulting me saying I'm an idiot for getting into wrestling. Well, listen to the stuff that guy talks about. I'm the idiot. I'm the idiot. He talks about Red 40 Die. He makes fun of Mark the Mark for saying he looks like he's a victim of Red 40 Die, but yet like, do you hear the stuff that comes out of this guy's mouth? What kind of stuff is he smoking? Like, anyway, sorry, I'm getting a little
Mm.
heated up. Yeah. Me and him do not like each other all that much, as you can tell. So,
Mm.
two big matches, ladder match next month, um, dog collar match, CCW, IPW. It's a crazy start to the year for me, but it's a
Oh
very
yeah.
important
Yep.
start to the
Yep.
year for me. Very important start because, and I've said it, that last year, 2025, was kind of my breakout year.
Mhm.
I had my first title win, first couple main events, went to different promotions, had some really good matches, storylines. This year, I've kind of already, laid my foundation of who I am and people are getting to know me, but this year is the year that I want to really
Right.
establish myself as, the next thing here, the next a top guy or future top guy or you know what I mean, like of maritime wrestling.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I put a lot of work into getting to where I am, and it didn't come easy. And these two matches uh, can make or break me, man. So let's go for it. I'm gonna go all out. Ladder match, dog collar match, and hopefully I come out with the W on both matches.
Mm. Yeah. So, what were your thoughts when you first made your debut in CCW, IPW, and also Superstars of Wrestling as the mystery tag team partner for Horsepower Hunter Sampson? Tell me about that.
um, well, the original debut. I'll talk about my MBWA like or debut against Jason Boa.
Right. Yeah.
Um, very excited, a little nervous, but I trained hard to get to that point, and it just felt like I really earned it, man. And I tell you, like I got like we had a good match back and forth. He beat me, but like it didn't take
Mm,
away anything from that night, man, because it was like I lived a lifelong dream of mine and I did it. And it could have all ended that night. I could have done that one match and never wrestled again, and I would have died a happy man because I accomplished something I never thought possible. Three open heart surgeries, man. Three open heart
mm,
surgeries. I'm a small guy now, but I used to be a hell of a lot smaller, and it was just not
mm,
something that seemed realistic or a good decision to do. But like, I I bet on myself, man, and it paid off. And look at me now. So that was a crazy, crazy, awesome experience. And then my CCW debut a few months later, Scotty Crew didn't end in my way, but it was cool, man, because it was like I went to a CCW show, my first maritime wrestling show a year prior, or almost a
mm.
year prior, and then 1 year later, all that work I put in, and I was right there in that same spot. Uh, where I had watched and had the idea I'm going to do this. So that was pretty special too. Obviously, a lot of friends and family come out to those first few shows, so crowd was really hot, really behind me in those shows. Um, oh my God, Superstars, man, that was just a friend asking for a hand. Hunter Sampson, good buddy of mine, he needed a
Mm,
hand, so I was like, I'm available. So again, that a lot of my debuts don't go my way. We lost that match to the Strong Brothers, but you know what? I mean, it is what
mm.
it is, and
Yeah.
I had never tag teamed before until that match. That was my first tag team match ever,
Hmm.
which laid the foundation for Slick McGurk and I to team up a few months later. But and then IPW, yeah, and then IPW, man, like that was a cool experience to get to go down. I wasn't looking to go anywhere for these other two shows. Um, I was like, oh, I'm just doing my CCW thing, but they reached out to me and we had that fatal four-way match that I mean,
Oh
it
yeah.
was pretty freaking good, I think. I mean,
Yeah.
I know
I
it
think that
was
was a really good match though too. You against Ryan Schimmel and then like Caden and then
yeah.
Dominic Warrior, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was four of us, man. And I mean, I hadn't even met uh two of like I met Caden, my history with Caden.
Yeah.
So like,
Right.
I
Yeah.
knew what he was bringing to the table, but I never knew much about the other two guys. Um so it was kind of cool to get in there with some different talent from other places and stuff. And
Mm.
we ended up having a pretty good match that people really enjoyed. And obviously we did good enough because I mean they brought me back from there. It's like one of those things when you go into a new company, you can make or break, if they book you again or whatever. So um
Right.
but yeah,
Right.
it's really cool, like getting to wrestle in another province, first time ever for me. And IPW and me, like, we have a good relationship and I keep going back. They booked this dog collar match, which I demanded, and they did it. So I thank them for that. I wish it would have happened already, but I mean, here we are. They got 1 month that I have to stew on it, and then it'll be done. But after that, I mean, I hope that IPW keeps me around, and we'll see. Move on from Matt Chevron, and maybe. I mean, they got a heavyweight title there. They got an IPW title there. Like, I want some more gold in 2026,
Mm.
man. Like
Right.
MBWA tag team titles, I want that back.
Mm.
IPW's got belts. I would love to be a champion in a different province, man. Like I'm just like I said, this is the year that I really want to establish myself. So we'll see what happens, man. But yeah, it's been great, man. It's been awesome. It's been a hell of a ride.
Mm. I also forgot to mention for your feud, even when you and Slick as Ace Dynasty, you feuded with like crude oil, the last Action Heroes, and Protein Power. Tell me about all those
Man,
feuds.
okay, like Pat Swayze just like found a different partner for every freaking show we went on the tour. He had Shano
Right.
as a partner. He had Zane Valentine and he had Kirk Cobain. It was like we just kept destroying Pat Swayze and he just kept coming back, but with a different partner, thinking, "Oh, this is
Right.
the
Yeah.
key to getting the belts." And then, man, we just yeah, that was when we were having a heck of a time, man. We were on top of the world in the summer and we were just touring all over New Brunswick with the belts and defending
Great.
against
Yeah.
anybody. we defended against Logan and Carey also in Woodstock, I think it
Right.
was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
That match.
yeah, Persuasi and all his 10, 13, 12 different partners he could find, and Crude Oil too. We
Oh,
actually
yeah.
we did defend the belts against them uh in Nakawik. We beat
Oh,
them,
yeah. Right.
and
Yeah.
then we also had wrestled them in uh Chipman and in
Oh,
Sussex,
yeah.
and
It's just
they I'm trying to remember how what the result. I know there was some
I think I remember. I think in Chipman, maybe. I think you guys there's a count out. I
it
think
got
or
thrown out.
distributed.
It got thrown out. Yeah,
Yeah.
the ref just threw the match out. Yeah, that's right. I
Yeah.
think we all got a little carried away and we just started beating the crap out of each other. And then
Oh,
the
geez. Yeah.
Sussex won, Crude Oil won,
Mm.
but they cheated. He threw the chain or something and Slick caught it. He pulled an Eddie Guerrero basically on Slick, and but they didn't
Mainly.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, right? Of course.
Mhm.
It's the only way they can beat us, man. I swear to God, like they're both super talented guys, but their personalities suck.
Oh, yeah.
But I will say, like, they have brought the best out of Ace Dynasty, I think, Crude Oil. Because of all the matches we've had as a tag team, like those guys have given us the biggest. They've been the biggest obstacle in our way, and they brought the best out in us. I mean, they brought the best out of me. I mean, Chevron and I have beat snot out of each other all over the Maritimes, but some of my personal, like, I think best matches have been with Chevron. Um, like I'm really, really high on the one that I had at Terror in the Tap Room, um, with Chevron, even though it didn't go my way. But like I just it was a. I know it's behind a paywall. It's behind their Patreon. But my God, if you ever get a chance to watch that match, you should. Like I'm very, very proud of that match.
Mm.
Um, we beat the crap out of each other. We beat the snot of each other. And if that's any
Mm.
indication of what's to come with the dog collar match, my God, you're not going to want to miss it. Promise you that.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And I do remember. I still do remember the match that you had and at when the MBWA had their first show in Stanley. You took on Scotty Crew. Well, supposedly you were supposed to take on Hollywood Cole, but that changed into
Yeah, something,
Scotty
something,
Crew.
yeah,
Uh, yeah.
yeah, something happened there, and the card got switched around, and I ended up having to face Scotty again, which was
Mm.
fine. I mean, I had wrestled him a few times at that point. That was very early. I mean, that was maybe my, I don't know, eighth or ninth or 10th match or something like that. Um,
Right.
Boys, what a match that was! It was my first win. That was my first win ever,
Yeah.
man. My
That was your
first
first.
W.
Yeah, your first W.
One
And
of
I still do remember the match you had against the Hardwick Chris Charles. That was like a brutal match there.
That was a
That
brutal
oh,
match, and
crap.
that was yeah, man. That was my second CCW match.
Yeah.
They put me right in there with the big dogs right from the get-go. They put me right in there. First match in CC. I mean, for one, my debut was against Boa.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Yeah.
my
Boa.
first ever match, but like they threw me in there with Scotty Crew, and then they threw me in there with Chris Charters, and then they threw me in there with Kerry Killam, and then they threw me in there
Mm.
with Wesley Pipes, and then they threw me, you know what I mean? It was
Oh
just
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. By the way, I slayed the beast. Just saying, the muscle beast. Yeah, that was my breakout match. I think.
Right. Yeah.
He had me, beat me pillar to post, but he couldn't kill me, and I pulled a fast one on him.
Mm.
That was good stuff. But yeah, they just threw me in there with like some of the best and some of the longest, like the veterans, and I think that really helped me because I got a taste of what it was like to play with the big dogs, and there's no better way to learn than to get in there with some of the best. So
Mm.
I've had like as short as my career's been, I got I think 51 matches under my belt. Um, like I've had some really cool moments I'm super proud of. Like you said, the
Oh
match with
yeah.
Charters, the Stanley match with Scotty Crew,
Right.
uh,
Yeah.
my Caden match at New Year's Clash last year, the freaking Fatal Four-Way match, a couple of our Ace Dynasty Crude Oil matches, and the Chevron match in IPW, and some of my stuff with LG. Like, there's just been so many good, cool moments that I'm super proud of.
Mm.
Um, it's like one of those things you don't want to be, you don't want to sound like arrogant or conceited or anything like that, but like I'm just proud of some of the stuff I've done because it's like I've surpassed my own expectations. And I know that I can still get better from here, man. Like I'm still so technically new in this whole crazy wrestling world. There's still so much to learn. You'll always be learning. There's always something to learn.
Oh, yeah,
And
definitely.
I'm just, I hope life's good to me and I can continue to do this for a long time. And I don't know, man, because I just love it and I got a passion for it. And I've always, every single time I go out there, I give absolutely everything I got. It doesn't matter if there's 500 people, if there's 35 people, if there's 1,200 people. I give every single thing I got until I can barely even stand anymore. And that's just because I friggin' love the professional wrestling business, man. It's
Mm.
amazing. And I love the fans and the crowds. They just give me this amazing energy. And anyway, man, it's been a blast. It's been a blast. I've had some crazy moments, and I appreciate your support this whole time, man. It's been awesome.
Oh, yeah,
I know we
yeah.
knew each other a little bit before wrestling, but um, you didn't have to support me like you do, so it's
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
cool, man. It's pretty cool.
yeah. So, how did you get the name Spike Estey for your wrestling name?
Okay,
What
so
inspired that?
what's that? What
What
inspired it?
inspired you to have that name there
So
for your
my
wrestling name?
um, it's actually a real personal story. I had an Uncle Mike, but he used to go, he used to call himself Uncle Spike, and he was a big wrestling fan. We bonded a lot over wrestling. And he was a big, like he could have been a wrestler himself, man. He probably
Mm,
should have been. Like he could have been something. He was a big dude. He worked out like crazy. He was just a real cool guy, and I ended up having a close connection with him, especially as I got older. And but we bonded over wrestling a lot and stuff. And he used to call himself Uncle Spike. I mean, he was a
mm,
real macho dude. Like he kind of reminded me of like Triple H a little bit.
mm,
Um, anyway, in 2017, actually, anniversary just passed. January 11th, he passed away suddenly.
mm,
A heart attack took him away, and he was the kind of guy that seemed like immortal, that he would never die. Like he was just the epitome of like someone who was like in good shape and took care of themselves and stuff. So it really rocked our whole family. And anyway, I went through a real dark path for a while after that,
mm,
honestly. Like it really uh hit our family hard, it hit me real hard, and I downward spiraled for a lot of years. Anyway, as time went on, healed, and then when I found wrestling, man, and I was like, who am I? Like I know who I am, but what do I want this to be? So I wanted to, well, it took a while for me to figure out, but when I figured it out, it was like, duh, I want to pay homage to my uncle who passed away, who I looked up to, who um I bonded with over wrestling. So that's where the name Spike came from. I say I'm the one Spike Estey, but technically I'm the two Spike Estey because he was Spike Estey the one, right? But so I'm paying homage to my uncle who passed away, who was like a father figure to me, and I've had a lot of like his wife. She comes to most of my matches, and there's been
mm,
times that she's been like, man, like I look at you and all I can see is him, and like, or like I can feel he was there in spirit and stuff like that, like in my first match, like, and that's pretty cool, man. It's pretty special. So every time I
mm.
get out there, man, I got him with me too. So that's where that came from. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, but
Yeah,
there's a meaning behind the Spike Estey name.
yeah. So, what are your goals for professional wrestling?
Oh man, goals. Good question, because I've already exceeded a lot of them, believe it or not. The one goal was just doing it, and just being a wrestler was a goal. But I would say to continue to have good matches. Uh, I, you know, belts aren't everything, but I mean, if you're not in this and you're not looking to be at the top, then you know why are you doing it, right? Like, so a goal of mine would be to be the heavyweight champion. Where
Mm,
I don't know. I mean, CCW is my home, so that would be my first goal is like be the NBWA heavyweight champion. River Valley
right.
title. Um, a goal of mine is to get singles gold. I've had tag team gold and I want it again, but at some
Mm,
point in time, I would love to have some singles gold. So that would be a goal of mine. Um, and I'd love to get down to IHW sometime. You know, I've never wrestled there. I don't know if I'd say it's a goal, but like, you know, I was there at their last show of the year and you know, made myself known around there. So we'll see what happens in the future. But IHW would be a lot of fun. But goals, man,
mm,
yeah, I just want to keep being the best I can, and you know, you know, and not everybody knows my story about my uncle and about my heart and everything, but like for the people that do, I want to be that role model for them, man. Like
mm,
that anything is possible because I shouldn't even be here. I shouldn't even be alive, let alone wrestling and stuff, right, man? And I'm doing it all against all odds. So like that's a goal of mine to just continue to inspire if people even care to listen to my story. And yeah, man, I just be the best me I can be and maybe win some gold along the way. And I don't know, man, I want to leave my mark on the Maritimes.
mm. Yeah. So, do you have any advice for any newcomers coming in that started training or just starting into the business? Do you have any advice for them?
Stick it out because the first little bit may seem kind of boring, you know, because you're not getting in there and you're gonna start doing crazy moves and stuff. You know, you got to learn how to do things proper. You got to learn the basics. Stick it out, you know, be patient, and not everybody learns at the same pace. Um, but just know that it is hard and it's not going to come easy, and you got to be dedicated, man, because it takes a lot. You know, it's a hard business. Now, there's a reason not everybody can do it. Um, so advice, I mean, it's worth it if you love it. 100% try it, but it's gonna be hard road, and yeah, man. But give it a shot if it's something you love. Why not give it a shot? Don't matter what your situation is. Look at me, like I say, you know, anything's possible. So stick it out, you know, be patient with yourself, and have some faith in yourself too, because you know, there's been times where I've been like, you know, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I suck, or maybe I'm doing something wrong, and but you know what, like patience, time, get your reps in, and you'll have a hell of a time. It's so much. It's just it's awesome. So yeah, that would be my advice, man.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. And do you have anything to say to your fans?
Yeah, man, love you guys. You guys are awesome, and you guys are the reason that I'm doing this and I'm still here and that I'm where I am, man. Because you know we can train and we can do all this stuff, but like without the fans, we're nothing, man. We're just
Mm,
a bunch of guys in Hispanics beating each other up for no reason. Like, so we gotta have the fans, man. So my fans, people who supported me, thank you.
mhm,
Um, you know, I hope you stick around for whatever this roller coaster ride, wherever it takes me. So
mm.
yeah, thank you. Love you guys and stay tuned. It's 2026. It's gonna be a hell of a year, man. That's all I can say.
You heard it here, folks. It's the one Spike Estey here. Uh, Thank you for coming on to the channel.
No
Um,
problem.
I meant to say thank you for coming on to the interview.
No problem, buddy. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, man.
And now I
Oh,
gotta go. Now I gotta go back to being a girl dad.
all right. Yeah. Take it easy, bud.
You too, man.
All right.
Bye, bye.
Bye, bud.